Hi, this is a review of the scales worksheet. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start with the top line, which is the regular scale, starting on low G, up to high A, back down to low G. On 3. Ready? 1, 2. Short quiz. There's one note in that scale that we only play once. Which one is it? High A? All right. Good job. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2. If you're playing that perfectly with me and the fingering is relaxed and nothing's tensing up, I want you to pause the video, do it on your own, and challenge yourself. Play it faster and faster until you fail. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and do the G grace note scale. On this sheet, the G grace note scale starts on low A, so that's how we're going to start. And what we're going to do is make sure we don't need to lift our G grace note fingers super high for this. As a matter of fact, all our grace notes should be nice and short, like that, okay? Like that, right? So making sure that that's happening, we're going to go ahead and start. Ready? On 3. 1, 2. Okay, one note. If going from F to high G, you can't do a high G grace note, so you do a thumb grace note. That's what's written in the music. And in slow motion, it looks like this. You're on F. When you're on the F, you take all the fingers off on the top end just for a moment, and then you put the thumb back on. When all the fingers are off, that's the high A. But it's very short, right? If that's giving you trouble, pause the video and try that on your own. Okay, let's do the G grace note scale again, starting on low A. Ready? 1, 2. Are your fingers relaxed? Make sure they are. No death grip on the chanter. Okay, let's move on to the D grace note scale. Okay, this one only has 1, 2, 3 notes, and then you go back down. All right, highest note you can do a D grace note is C. All right, ready? 1, 2. If that's too fast, I want you to pause the video, try it on your own. Okay, let's do the D grace note scale one more time. Ready? 1, 2. Another important thing to check when you're doing the D grace note scale is when you get to C, is your pinky down? Are you actually in a proper C position? Let's do it once more and make sure. 1, 2. If that's giving you trouble, pause the video, do that on your own. All right, let's move on to the E grace note scale. And this one, it starts on low A. We're not going to bother with low G for this one. And the highest note you can do an E grace note on is D. All right, let's get started. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2. Check to make sure your fingers are not super tight on the chanter. Make sure that we're not doing anything crazy like that. Right? Let's do it one more time. E grace note. 1, 2. If that is a bit challenging for you to keep up with, pause the video, do it slower. Or if that's too easy, pause the video and do it faster. All right, the next embellishment on this page is the D throw. All right, and a D throw, just the parts of a D throw are literally a low G. That's the first sound we make on a D throw. And then you do a D, you touch this finger down, which makes a C, and then you go back up to D. So if I just did a D throw, starting with that low G, the first note of a D throw is low G. Try that with me. And we're doing that from all the notes of the chanter, okay? The way your sheet music is written, it actually just has this sort of D throw already there in front of the low A. What that really is you're on low G, and it's the one we just did. It's this one. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the next note you play is the low A, and then we do a scale up. So let's just start on low A, all right? The way that's going to sound is this. It's pretty slow. Let's do it like that the first time through. Ready? 1, 2. So that went all the way up to high A. Now, for those of you who are ready for that to be a little faster, we can do it faster. Here's how our faster D throw will sound. If you're not ready for this, pause the video and do some slower ones and get it right, all right? For those of you who are ready, it'll be like this. Like that. Ready? 1, 2. The listener cannot hear a low G at the beginning of your D throw. You are doing it wrong. Do not make that low G be so fast that it's inaudible. Once you pause the video, check and make sure that you're playing those low Gs at the beginning of your D throw. Okay, the last doubling on this page is the low G doubling. A doubling is just a note, an embellishment that has 2 grace notes on a note. 2 double. In this one, it's a G grace note and a D grace note on low G. So it's like this. Okay, let's get started. We'll start from low A, and then we'll do the doubling to low G. Ready? 1, 2. All right, did you notice that when you go from high G, right, you can't do a G grace note down to low G, so you do the thumb grace note down to low G. It goes like this. And then you finish the doubling. It's. Make sure you're getting that right. Pause the video, take some time on that. All right, and then from the high A, it's just a half doubling. You don't actually do any, the first grace note is gone. And you just go from high A straight to low G, and then a D grace note. Take a look at the music so you can see what that looks like. Do it one more time. 1, 2. All right, here's the quiz. What is the first note the listener should hear on a D throw? Low G. All right, have fun.